I remember the first day of Upward Bound very clearly. It was the first week of my summer year after freshman year. And every year we do have to attend a summer program. I was amongst 30 students who I was fairly comfortable with just because I have spent the whole school year with them, but we had to live together this time. And I was excited to be out my house and to be amongst these group of kids where I felt like I truly belonged because we were all going in the same direction. And we were here now at Science Camp at Laurentian Environmental Center, and the 30 of us kids got split up into 6 groups of 5 for our first session. And our first session consisted of using a GPS to navigate around the wilderness. And at first, I was very open to it. You know, I was excited to get along with these new people because I haven't really spent a lot of time knowing the South St. Paul kids. But within this time, I got to know them. But unfortunately, one of the students, of course, pronounced themselves as leader. And at first, I was okay with it because I didn't want to argue on the first day of summer camp. And so as we went on, I was looking at my GPS, and I realized that we were getting off path. And actually, I believe that we were supposed to go the opposite way. As I told him this, he automatically shut down my opinion and said that I didn't know where I was going and implied that I was stupid because I was a girl. And immediately I just felt my body just go warm, and I just became so angry. And at this point in time, I just exploded on him. I screamed in his face. I remember just everyone's mouth dropping because I was literally yelling at the top of my lungs, swearing at him, and I just didn't know what to do. I completely lost control. And as we went on, he kept insulting me, saying that I was stupid, like I was using swear words to cover up my stupidity. And it just bothered me the whole way. We were arguing back and forth, and then we kept walking as well, and then we realized that we were lost. We were standing in the middle of nowhere, and suddenly the forest just became bigger, and then we were just deep into the woods, and then you can just hear the crickets chirping louder, and everyone's faces were just struck with fear, and some of the girls even had tears coming down their faces. And I, still very frustrated, decided to just regain myself and talk to my teammates and try to see if we can figure this out. And as we just sat down hopelessly, after a while, another of our students decided, let's just talk together. Let's retrace our steps. Let's look at our GPS, let's go back and try to find the campsite. We were all exhausted, and we just wanted to go home. We wanted to be amongst all our other students. And so eventually we just kept walking, following the GPS, listening to each other, and telling each other, maybe someone remembered which way we came from. And then fortunately we did find the campsite. And by that time, we were still all exhausted and overwhelmed, and I still was very upset, and I had to go speak to my advisors because I still felt hurt that the student had called me all these names, because knowing that I knew that I was smart, and I knew where I was going, and I just wanted him to listen to my input. And my advisor, talked to me, and I calmed down, and then fortunately both of us gained the courage to apologize to each other, because I too felt ashamed for speaking to him that way. And after that, we did have minor arguments, but it was never anything as big as that day. We became a family throughout my 4 years at Upward Bound. I love these group of kids. I felt like I belonged. I felt like I was truly here, because high school was really an unpleasant feeling by my sophomore year. And by that time, I felt like I built a home here. And sadly, I did have to leave after my 4th year to come to college, and Upward Bound had great resources, and they helped me apply for many scholarships, and my advisors were there to listen to me when I was down, and the group of kids, we just all supported each other. And Upward Bound really just made high school a lot more easy to get through, and it made college possible as well.